Reaction time with myself and SH to the money.
Wagwan.
Yes, karibuni. Hope you are having a wonderful, easy Tuesday so far. I hope you're not struggling with flus like me, cold. I hope the weather is fine on your end, manze, because Nairobi, it's been crazy.
It is,
man. It's been raining like, I think sai mvua imekwa. And even I had someone say at the salon, the exact time of raining, it's 5 p.m. nowadays. I know. 5, especially 5 p.m. But anyway, karibuni sana. My name is Joby, the captain of the day, and of course, karibuni sana to everyone who's live with us on the network, everyone on us live with us on YouTube, everyone live with us on the radio as well. Hope you guys are ready for today's videos as we get to react to them, and of course, feel free to pin your comments and the thoughts that you have on the videos we'll be sharing. We have Shmoney in the building.
Wagwan, Joby, how are you?
I'm good.
Surviving,
man.
There.
You look good.
Thank you. You look good as well.
You're not free. You're freezing and shining.
Yeah. Me, I'll choose. Yeah? Fashion beats weather, bro.
Come on.
Every day.
Can never be me.
Every
day. Me
day.
At all. I don't like cold at all.
But I always say cold is not my weather, because me personally, I love showing skin. Yeah, I love showing skin. So when it's cold, you have to wear hoodies. Most times I just wear like, you know, short, maybe with a trench coat. Yeah. But apart from that, I'm alright. The weekend was amazing. How was yours?
Mine was good.
Okay.
Saturday woke up feeling quite not okay. I planned my day literally vizuri sana. But the day, sometimes unasemanga utapanga naye Mungu atakupanga. You know, you'll make your own arrangements, but the universe will undo you or make theirs. So I woke up, was supposed to go to the salon, but I woke up feeling really, really bad, weak, sneezing, cold. So just decided to stay in the house indoors. Then Sunday went to the salon. Tried to. My nail shot, my salonist. Our salonist. Yeah, you look nice, but she did amazing. Thank you. I even told her, man, those braids are 8. Like,
I know. Nice. Thank you. You know, it's not. She was busy. Nani ndiye alinisonga. Anaitwa aje?
Just nani? Yeah.
You know her.
Yeah.
She's also Stella.
Yeah, she's also good. Exactly. She braids super quick.
Oh my God! You know Stella. Yeah. I was even scared because Stella makona amenipiga huku katikati bigi. But I told Josephine, I know when Stella usonga atamnipi akaniambia no nitamuongelesha. But Stella did a good work.
Yeah. That's nice, because she did one person, like 2 people nikiwa hapo.
And Josephine is just
like what? Josephine, can you do quick?
I know. Stella is always so fast.
Yeah, but shout out to a salonist, man. My Sunday was nice. Went to the salon. Then later during when I was actually done, I was by kitu 4:30. My friends came, picked me up, and then we went for a ride. Went to Kibera for the first time. Super amazing, but also crazy, man. Okay. Yeah, it was a crazy experience for me, because I've never gone to Kibera ndani. So it was my first time. So I was like, wow, to go Kibera ndani. Because I remember there's an auntie of mine was living in Kibera kitambo, so she used to invite me sikuwa naendanga.
Jina.
Like, yeah, unataka nipigwe na shonde wewe. Staki hizo vako. But yeah, my weekend was really nice.
But you had your friends, so it's cool, right? You're safe and stuff.
Yeah, my brother came over too. Shout out to him. My cousins. I had some friends who visited yesterday as well. Came to check up on me. So it's been just a good weekend. I can't complain.
I feel like a good weekend full of like people who you love and care for.
Yeah, man. I've been feeling that. I said I've been feeling so much love, man.
Exactly.
It's just crazy, just chill and want to talk like, hey, can I come? Like, what?
Because you show love, so you get love.
I do. That's right.
If you show love, if you have too much love, you get a lot of love.
I say that this month is just a month of receiving.
Period.
I just want to receive like everything good, everything good, everything good.
Period.
Nothing bad.
Yeah.
But of course today we have amazing
My
videos.
weekend.
Yeah.
Joby.
Oh, sorry.
Busy.
Busy woman.
Busy woman.
Manager
and stuff.
Come on, what are you up to?
And I was also recorded a dancehall track.
Hey, you?
Yes.
You?
Yes, I did.
Shmoney.
I did. I'm gonna play it for you off. I have a demo already.
Okay.
I recorded with these two artists from Ruiru. They do like dancehall and Palma.
I saw them. Shout out to them.
Yeah. So we did like a dancehall beat, which was super interesting. Yeah. And then on Saturday we were also in the studio. Like literally we've been in the studio, but I think like different studios.
Yeah.
So it was just super amazing. Just work literally.
Nice.
I didn't get even time to chill because I came back at 2 a.m. That's on Sunday.
Damn.
And I was here by 7. So you see, no sleep at all.
Damn.
But we make it happen. That's
Hard
what we
working.
do.
Hard
Literally.
working smart and working hard.
This is our year to work because I'm telling you, next year we're just relaxing and just reaping what we sow.
Period.
Literally.
Man, I don't know. Me, I think I'm gonna count next year, but one.
Yeah.
Because next year I still have a whole lot of shit to do.
Anything is possible.
Everything is possible, but you never know.
You never know. Everything. And then today we were also learning about there's something that says a quote or statistics, which stated that it has actually done his mathematics or whatever survey, right? And apparently those people work for long hours doesn't guarantee that you're gonna be rich.
You're not gonna be successful.
Successful. So just realize it's not about the time. It's about the quality of work you put down.
That's true.
If you know how to work smart, anything is possible. Because somebody can do a whole job for a whole month, and somebody can do the same job for a week.
That's true.
And just relax for 3 weeks.
That's true.
So it depends with how smart you are. Anything is possible.
True. That's very true. I think I'd relate that with one of the entrepreneurs I know who has been putting in so much work like since I've known them, but if you look at their life, it's still stuck the same, and they make really a lot of money. Because like mbona life yako changed though, like why? But again, I kind of believe everything is also mindset, you know. Like you could be working very hard, but you're not able to like even show the product of what you've been working towards, you know, like maybe adding another business, maybe, you know, getting a home, you know, opening maybe another office, something like that. You know, not just being stuck on the same place, but you're always working Monday to Sunday. Monday to Sunday. Monday to Sunday.
It's sad.
Because most of them actually don't, and their life too stagnant somehow.
I know.
But on today's video, that's nice. I can't wait to hear that dance.
It's gonna be amazing.
God damn, you is outside.
I killed it. I was just like, this year I'm going for it, Joby, because I feel like I've been relaxing for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying, like, I wonder.
It's been more than 2 years.
Yeah, it's been more than. I feel this was gonna be the 3rd year. It's 2 years. We're still on the early this year.
Yeah.
Reaction and they're like, yeah, I'm like, Shmoney, why haven't you done? Yeah, why haven't you been doing it? You know, so it just gives me that motivation. Plus, I think like right now 80% of my friends are like artists, so you know, so at the end of the day you just become one of them.
Yeah,
literally, even if you don't want, because I chill with you. Yeah, you're recording,
bro.
I'm just there. You just find yourself recording. You're like, why you not?
Oh my goodness,
it's studio lifestyle.
I so relate because there's a time I was chilling with a gang at the studio, and then they were like, hop on this one.
I know.
And then I think I was sick. I was super sick. I think it was on that Monday I was hospitalized. And then I went to the gangs later because they were like, there's no way you're gonna chill in the house alone. So just come and chill here with us and all that. So nimekaa hapo aniambia kama weke hiyo voice yako wika hapa.
I know.
And then I couldn't even hear myself because my voice was so down.
Yeah.
But I was like, you kidogo umeka imetosha.
And they'll find something to do with it.
Yeah, because like I was just chilling.
Yeah.
How do you guys do that?
Imagine that's just studio, and most of the time unapatanga I started rapping because I was chilling with rappers. I started singing because you know my friend was always taking me to this. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
And literally you find yourself just doing it.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's nice, man. I think if I grew up with rappers, I grew up with a lot of radio presenters, presenters in general. And the fact that I really wanted to be a presenter, I think that's what I had to face first.
Okay.
Then getting in the industry now, I've met rappers, guys, and the rest. But I feel like if I grew up with the rappers pia, ningekuwa msanii somehow. Because I really love, you know, when you used to go for shopping, you have Vitabu, and then you put that one book your lyrics. Me, I used to do
you
that.
always have like a book where you
always had a book for lyrics.
Every
like,
verse.
Yeah. Like,
I always
even the
too.
songs like zile utashika za
Exactly,
industry like me I'm a pro, you know this lyrics.
I know.
What do you know?
What do you know? But funny thing, Mimi, my story of rapping, I've never ever told you how it started.
Yeah.
I was in campus. There's a guy I liked.
Okay. Hey, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy how it started, right? So I was a creative already because I think I just didn't know that I could actually rap.
Yeah.
But in my mind, nilishasema I'm a rapper, right? So I met this guy. Kulikuwa na hizi creative nights on a Tuesday where like artists, everybody poets, we collect and then people present. We meet like network every Tuesday night. So this one Tuesday, I never went to this stuff. Nikasema I'm bored at home, so why am I not going? That's in a form. So I go. So me and my girls, we are like kwa marui. We are I think alikuwa ameingia sija kwa second year. I never saw it. So that's the first time I'm seeing him. So me and my girls, we are very loud. We already know. You know, we already. We are not freshers anymore. We are like 30 years.
You was the shit.
Yeah, we was the shit. So this guy is performing, and my friends are like, "Mama, look at your type." You know, because I always had a thing for rappers. Like I even tell like my person, like ukinipata na msanii anaimba, never doubt. But if you see me with a rapper, we are vibing. Come close, because I'm telling you, anaweza kuwa ananikoroga. Una get? So he's rapping down there. I couldn't even hear shit. We were loud, we were tipsy. And then he was shy. So he raps, but me, I'm just feeling his swag. So I want his attention, right? So me and my friends, they've already told me that's your type. I'm like, so you know what you're gonna do? So after he performed, we stood up and we started clapping. Joby, we didn't hear shit. We just want him to look at us. You're like, so he checked us out and then he was shy. And then he looked down and I was like, I see you. I know you've seen me too. So after the thing happening, we go outside and then we are now heading home. Apparently, he's heading on the same side I'm heading. So we start a conversation and I say, I'm a rapper. Joby, I don't have a song. I've never written in my life. I just said I'm a rapper too. It just came. I lied.
Things women would do.
I know.
For liking these niggas.
I know.
Oh
I said I'm a rapper. And he's like, can I see your songs? And I'm like, yeah, you can check them on YouTube. And he's like, you can also check mine. I dropped an EP. That's the first time I'm hearing about EP and shit, right? So he sends me SoundCloud and stuff. He's like, you can come with chill, we listen and stuff like that. I'm like, come with chill. Okay, I'm down for it, right? There. So the next time we meet, he's like, maybe we can hit up the studio. He sends a beat. Joby, I've never written. But I knew how to write like poems. Like literally, I'm somebody who likes writing feelings and rhyming words and stuff like that. Plus I studied like literature, so it's not a big thing. In my mind I was like, Shmoney, everything is possible. Don't disappoint. Tushabeba hapo umesema we ni msanii. We go to the studio and I write and we have a song together. This is my first song. I can't tell him this is my first song, and the song hit in the whole school. So the next time I was walking in school, everybody's calling me Msanii, and that's how it happens. Trust me, through a guy. So all the time he used to just tell me, come to the studio, we chill. So we're always just writing, and that's how I grew. Like at first it was a lie, then it grew. But in school, in high school, I used to sing. I was not rapping. Like if there was this how are they called, cover songs, there were performances, I used to go there and sing and see how people react. But the rapping thing, it started with a boy. And and I actually appreciate him because he brought that side of me that I could never have scene, you know, and it actually worked out.
That's nice.
Literally.
For me, I think the first time I was on the radio, shout out to Get a Radio.
Yeah.
And DJ Carter. I went there. I was super like, I was supposed to tulikuwa tunafaa call air, like I was supposed to be the co-host.
Yeah.
I was so shy. I got there, everything, I froze.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I completely froze because number it's a big studio, it's so many people.
Yeah,
you have the producer there, you have the DJ there, you have your host there. So you're supposed to have in that back and forth because never nikisikiza kwa radio song like today let's go. Oh my god, it was so bad. I didn't do anything. Karudi home. Nikauliza uko sure uko ready for this thing because I was actually supposed to get a gig there. I was like ukipita hii utapata mboka. Like haikuweza. But I went on a couple of times because I think because of knowing Carter, I had the ability to actually like pop at Ghetto Radio all the time. So
and feel
I think
comfortable.
to my confidence grand. I'm like I think I really want to do this.
Exactly.
Like this is my dream. This is so nice. Like how do you just do that?
Imagine.
And then I used to love the way they were having so much fun.
I know, you're just fascinated.
Like it's just fun, Like the studio life is crazy like this.
I know.
Because you go, it's just any fun. You don't do studio life. Like
we are there. It's what we're doing
bro,
right now.
it's crazy. Like you guys are having you're doing your work, but you're having so much fun
doing it.
You know, so that's one thing I also love about our job because it doesn't feel like literally a job. You're doing something you really like. You're enjoying.
Exactly.
You don't feel that kuna pressure flani being applied and all that.
Because you know you have to be yourself.
Exactly.
If you don't embrace your personality,
it's all about personality.
Exactly. Because personally, Joby, you must entertain somebody. If somebody listens to you, they have to be able to listen. They have to laugh at something. You have to be an entertainer. So you embrace your whole personality and entertain. Or else people are going to walk out. That's why sometimes I'm with people, I'm like, this doesn't sound radio, but let's go. You know, it's just so boring. But at a certain point, I feel like the radio fascination is just also nice.
Yeah, that's really nice, man. That's how we started our journey. Let us know. You been a Skuma Wiki Kata maybe, Makanga, a mechanic, you know, I don't know, a painter, whatever you're doing. How did you start? Because there's always something that has led you, or someone has led you to something. You know.
I met my radio. The one who taught me radio was Stairs. That was Camless. I met him in the stairs, and then he was like, I have a studio up here, can you come? And me, I thought the studio and then I was like, the studio maybe is for record. I was already doing music back then, so I'm like, okay, let me go record something. Only to find it's a radio. And I used to just sit and look at him. Fascination, like how does he do it? I just laugh. I'm like, and then one time he just says, Shmoney, say one thing. So he used to tell me, and I would just laugh. He said, Shmoney, say something. And I would be like, but I used to go back every day, so I knew what time he had his show. So that time he just sees me knocking. Sometimes I just sit there, just listen, and then sometimes after staying for like some time, he just like started opening the mic slowly. In less than maybe 2 months, I feel like if it is in you, it's just in you, literally. So we just started, and then if you have like a chemistry with your co-host, because trust me, Kamlesh is just propaganda. That's what we were talking about, you know, which is really fun.
And he has a crazy chemistry.
Like
if you just don't like Kamlesh, that is just your problem.
That's just your
Trust me.
Exactly.
If you don't like Kamlesh, that is just your problem.
Everybody likes Kamlesh.
Kamlesh is such a dope guy. Oh my goodness, he's such a fun person to be around.
Even if you're low,
you'll never be bored.
You'll just get your spirit high. You'll ask like, why? Make jokes. Exactly. You just find yourself getting back to your
and even him himself, even if he's low, he'll figure out how to turn that shit around, like to just be jovial and all that. Shout out to Kamlesh, man. But as we get into today's conversation, I'm gonna start with this video of why men are so delusional. Now, normally, I think this is a norm we've had from society, from people. I think we've also talked about it somehow, but personally, I think I've always had a different mindset. Never spoken it out loud though, of where we've had men say women, when men age, they age fine. When women age, vinaonasikianga sijui dem jichunge, sijui utachapa haraka. Do men when they grow old, they maintain that, you know, they still look fine and all that.
They look fine now.
But not all of them. You see some men out here.
I know they look trash.
They ain't shit.
But I'm saying no, they ain't. But I'm saying, Joby, once they have it figured out, like, you know, me, I feel like it goes with the thing of now they're stable and men become stable. I feel like they start becoming stable at 35. Like literally. He might be even struggling at 32. When he gets to 35, it's crazy how tables stand. They're just mature, they're thinking like men. So once they get at 35, 40, they have their money right, they just look, there's a certain way, mostly they just look like literal. They look if they have it right. I'm not talking about the ones that are, because there are ones that are struggling. I'm like, bro, you'll never look finer. True. And then they've left their bodies out. You're just not trying to look nice.
But we also have women who really look fine. I want to give an example. Shout out to Kate. Kate was talking about Janet Jackson, that is the sister to Michael Jackson, right? She's I think in her 50s or 60s, I don't know, but she looks really nice. Look at someone like Ciara.
I saw Ciara. I posted that today. I'm
like, she looks
Ciara.
Fine. She looks fine.
Mad with all those babies.
Goodness.
She still looks finer.
I mean, look at Beyonce.
I know.
Despite the bleaching and all that, she's still very, very young.
Look at Rihanna.
Yeah, their body is still very functional and all that. And also some other women, if you look at them in the industry. Personally, I love the way right now I've seen. I always look at some workout videos a lot. Personally, if I want to gain maybe some new tutorials of working out. So I love the way sometimes I'll be on the reels or maybe TikTok on the workout page, and then you bump into these elderly women. I saw one of a 70-year-old Shmoney doing the up like the push-ups.
They look
I was
fine.
like, God damn, this is crazy. You are 70, but she's strong. Like the body looks nice. The face is so. And then one thing I've also realized.
Not 70.
One thing I've realized also with myself, maybe you can also say when you work out, actually, you can notice the change in her face. There's always that change. It's a glow, and also you just kind of look younger. And then unakatu, yani you've been doing something.
I think because you're losing like fat and your body is just toned. So
and the muscles nicely, too. You know, so it's. I think how you maintain yourself as a woman, you know, personally, that's what I'm saying.
Even as a man,
even as a man,
you might have all the money.
Them babas.
Trust me, you just look bad. You know, so it depends on with the person.
So I want to share this video. So this girl was talking about women. How they age super quick, but we had a man who was disagreeing with this and saying men need to stop being delusional. Not a woman, a man, a fellow man says men need to stop being delusional. You thinking at the age of 30, 40, you not having kids, that is good for you. For women at their 40s, 50s, we can still give back. We can still work out and look fine. But for the men in their, actually he said in their 30s, I'm gonna share it, in their 30s their sperm starts declining. I didn't know about that actually. At 30, sperm start declining. So he was talking about, actually, if you look at the rate of infertility, majority it's not women. It's caused by men. And then women will start projecting that on themselves, thinking it's them. Wanze kutafuta madawa. Unajua kwa wanaume wanaongea wako na shida yoyote. Wanaanza kutafuta madawa sijui nini, but sometimes it's always men. He also says you actually having your shit together doesn't still make you a man enough. And then we're gonna share also the other video of where men are incapable of love.
After the age of 35 have expired, and this is just biology.
So men at the age of 35 have expired. I feel like number one, that is so disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
But they hate on me. I didn't create science.
Well, here are the facts. Peak male fertility is around the age of 25 to 29. The quality of a man's sperm starts to drop after the age of 30. Meanwhile, there are women who can still get pregnant and give birth well into their mid-40s. 40% of all infertility.
I saw also a survey yesterday in one of the blogs stating that right now women in their 40s are giving birth for the first time kushinda the ones at the younger age.
Wow.
And those are women in their 40s and they are very
literally, and we see in videos right now women in their 40s who don't have children.
I know.
Come on. Wait, like what are you talking about?
Fertility issues are caused by a man's poor sperm quality.
It's just biology. I didn't create
Poor sperm quality.
Science. So while men are out here smiling and acting like they can have kids at any age, the truth is a lot of them can't. Men spend their whole lives convincing themselves that they age like fine wine, while screaming at the top of their lungs that women have an expiration date. Only a small irrelevant man with nothing to offer would say that women lose value as they age. When a woman gets older, she gains wisdom, intuition, and emotional intelligence. She becomes more confident and less willing to tolerate BS. Meanwhile, an aging man with poor sperm quality and plummeting testosterone levels just becomes more stubborn and less desirable, and increasingly desperate to prove to the whole world that he still matters. I know a lot of men will say, that's not true. Men become more desirable as they get older. Because they make more money.
Literally.
First of all, most of you watching this will never become wealthy, especially in a country like South Africa, where we have some of the highest levels of inequality in the world. A lot of these men who are expected to be seen as more attractive as they get older are going to be very disappointed when reality hits them. To the women watching this, most of these men can't even take care of themselves. Don't let anyone tell you that your value decreases as you age. You're not a product with an expiration date. If you just stay focused and work on yourself, you'll have so much freedom that you won't have to tolerate all the BS that men bring.
Women after the age of
Alright, so that's what he had to say. So I'm going to repeat it again for the second time as we go through it. So he says women at the age of 30,
35 have expired. And this is just biology, but they hate on me. I didn't create science.
Well, here,
women at the age, that is so disrespectful, because personally my mom died at the age of 34, 35, when she was almost turning 35. Mom was fine. My mom was fine. I'm not even capping on that. Oh God, my mom was so young, so pretty. Like I was like, why now? Cancer now? Why? So at 35 is still young. That is just, I feel like, how you maintain yourself again as a woman, because our body again also do change in different ways. Kuna women as they grow older who their body sizes are going to increase, their body sizes just want to maintain. So I think it's also how you maintain yourself, number one, for the appearance, because most of the women are judged by their appearance. I can look at you and ask you like, how old are you? You could be maybe even 40, but looking at you like,
I know,
40.
I know.
Like you see so many people here being questioned like, how old are you? Like, for real? You don't look like that, you know?
And most of the times when you tell people,
or maybe even compliments. Sometimes, even compliments.
Wanasema si
We're
ukweli,
students.
yes.
Most of the people say
They
we're
say we are
students,
still in campus all the time.
Literally.
Uko MMU?
Like,
Really? Did you know when I got out of campus?
I mean, it's a thank you. Yeah,
Thank you,
I still
but-
look like a college girl, but nah.
I know,
I'm
right?
working.
I'm working.
Like what you mean?
It's crazy.
So at the age of 35, I feel like for me, women, it's appearance of how you maintain yourself. You're still very young, and I feel like women need to. Because I was even asking, hey, shout out to my sister. I was asking her how old did she turn, and then she was telling me 20. I'm really old. I'm like, baby girl,
20.
you're starting life. Change your change your mindset, because again, what I learned during the weekend when I went to Kibera, and then just looking at, personally, I think I'm very quick to analyze things by just looking, like silent observer by judging. That is me.
I know.
In some places. So I was looking at this lady to alikuwa amesimama mbele yetu. She's so pretty, Shmoney, but ukiona venye amevaa, like she's pretty. Look at her, she's pretty. If she really does something, she'd glow up more than that. Amejiachilia. I think she has a kid, boobs go too cool, like ako tu hivyo. Then niko like, wa again, everything is mindset. If you follow up msichana kona miaka ngapi, utapata maybe 22, 23, hapo 20. Amezaa maybe akiwa mdogo. But because you have that mentality of once you have one child, 2 children, I'm a mother. Now I'm supposed to act like a mother. Come on.
Exactly.
Maintain that.
What is acting like a mother? Acting like a mother only goes to how you handle your kid.
Child, exactly.
Not you.
Exactly.
Not you, literally.
Like, mentality is everything.
Other facts. Peak male fertility is around the age of 25 to 29. The quality of a man's sperm starts to drop after the age of 30.
That is a lesson I didn't know. That sperm's quality begins to decline at the age of 30. So if you are 29, 30. So if you are 30 and if you think you're still, do something. I don't know. Have children, I don't know. But again, everything is mindset. And how you maintain yourself. Because I personally believe, I think right now in working out a lot. I wanna compare that with someone like my dad. My dad still looks very young. Like if I look at even when I went home, I'm like, I don't maintain, but kunako kauzeka na kamba to maintain the body. He has no kitambi at all, like none. No big mbaba stomach at all. Still in fashion, like still matching colors. We call like, hey, all right. That's nice. And my dad used to work at like every morning, every evening. So it used to be our thing, literally, even like when I was in high school. Every morning, every evening, before I go to school and after school. Like before to get to kule supper. Akifunga job, we go work out for like an hour, then come back. So I still think he still does it. I don't know. But if you maintain yourself again, you're
plus also understand that right now, I also don't believe in these surveys, Joby, because we are black.
Yeah,
we are African.
That's true.
Exactly. We don't don't actually age so fast if you eat healthy. That's why they even say maintaining your body as an African woman doesn't need a lot. And that's why I still wonder how people go and do plastic surgery. And I'm not judging it. You're an African woman. You naturally have it. All you have to do is go and work out.
Find it.
Literally, just find it. It will come back. An African woman was built like a goddess. You're a queen. Like literally, you're a god. Umeumbwa naturally with the shape. And that's why you find the other race wants to be African.
Exactly.
And then,
big butt.
yeah, you already have it naturally with, look at us, like for real. Unaona?
Yeah.
So I really don't understand. If you eat healthy, if you live a healthy life, imagine, trust me, even your sperm product is itakuwa juu.
That is true.
Because it also depends right now what people eat so much. That's why even the rate of the rate of living may reduce. Say for an African, is it 66 or whatever? 40, 50, yeah, 60. I saw somewhere 60. I'm like, that's too... Kitambo, when our ancestors used to live for like even 200 years, like literally, you can imagine somebody was 200 years. Right now, lifespan is 60. Sincerely, it doesn't make sense. But if you eat healthy, trust me, hata ukiwa 60, kwani atuoli ajaza?
I mean, look at that guy.
He's 70. He just gave birth to a kid 2 months ago. Joby.
Makes sense.
It makes sense.
Literally.
Yeah.
See what you eat literally. And also if I look at most of our men, not to be also like disrespectful, not all of them, but if you look at majority or minority, they're drinking also bad drinks.
Yeah.
When we talk about bad drink, quality of alcohol also. If you look at, I think the like when yanaongelelea hapa ni wale wanaopata wanakunywa morambe, changa, and like those are literally illicit drinks that actually kill your body organs and all the, you know,
dungeons of the dungeon.
Man.
Meanwhile, there are women who can still get pregnant and give birth well into their mid-40s. 40% of all infertility issues are caused by a man's poor sperm quality.
It's just biology. Men didn't create science.
So while men are out here smiling and acting like they can have kids at any age, the truth is, a lot of them can't. Men spend their whole lives convincing themselves that they age like fine wine, while screaming at the top of their lungs that women have an expiration date. Only a small irrelevant man with nothing to offer would say that women lose value as they age. When a woman gets older, she gains wisdom, intuition, and emotional intelligence. She becomes more confident and less willing to tolerate BS. Meanwhile, an aging man with poor sperm quality and plummeting testosterone levels just becomes more stubborn and less desirable, and increasingly desperate to prove to the whole world that he still matters. I know a lot of men will say, that's not true. Men become more desirable as they get older because they make more money. First of all, most of you watching this will never become wealthy, especially in a country like South Africa, where we have some of the highest levels of inequality in the world. A lot of these...
I also kind of tend to agree, not just South Africa. I feel like, I don't know what he's trying to explain by where men develop or like become more finer, wakishapata sijuido, that's when they're considered like, you know, they're the real shit and all that. Wakishapata pesa. If you look at inequality is not just in South Africa, inequality is global when it comes to the black men, literally. So that's why you find there's someone who's gonna die even without being where they really wanted to be, achieving their goals, like hizo kidogo, kwa sababu there's so much inequality when it comes to the black men, literally globally. So it's not just South Africa. So I don't know.
Men who are expected to be seen as more attractive as they get older are going to be very disappointed when reality hits them. To the women watching this, most of these men can't even take care of themselves. Don't let anyone tell you that your value decreases as you age.
And
you're not a product.
Most of them who actually speak, I feel like they speak from a point of hate.
Yeah,
because if you tell a woman, oh, grow, it doesn't come from a point of you showing love to an African woman or to your other gender. So I feel like it comes from a very sad, a very hateful perspective, because the women, look at right now, women in their 40s, Joby,
they look fine.
They look fine, and you can't tell they're in their 40s. You'll be like, are you 24?
Man.
Are you 25? You can't even think they have kids. And they have kids who are teenagers in their 20s. Look at Zari. Yo.
Me, I love Zari.
Yo, even look at them, like, sincerely. Look at how they age. You're like, who would not tap Zari?
I love Zari.
Even the young boys at 19 still crave for Zari. Like, and she's a woman in her 40s.
And with 5 children.
And That is only there. There's a lot of African women who we can name that are in the limelight. A lot.
Personally,
so
I feel
it
like
doesn't mean if you grow older. Angalia takinambara even like she looks nice still, and she has a kid who is a teenager, sincerely, a mother of 2.
That's
what
true.
the hell do you mean when you grow? Take care of yourself. Who's as a man, you can also grow bad. You only have to take care of yourself, literally.
That's true. Personally, I just feel like as we conclude onto that, as we go to the next video of men not being incapable of loving, it's mindset. I'm gonna go back to the mindset because I've just learned a lot during this weekend when it comes to mindset of the people, and I've been talking about it personally also a lot. Mindset is just everything you know, the way you reason, how you view life, how you view yourself, you know, how you view the society, the community. And if you project that on yourself, maybe in a negative way, then it affects you. Like I'm saying, you find that women who give birth and then 2 kids, they believe actually that's the end of their life. You know,
exactly.
They give up on themselves, they give up on their dreams, they give up on everything. You just make your life all about your husband and the children. What about you? You had a life going on before all this. Like, keep on looking good. There's someone who was looking at you before.
I know.
Like, pressure.
I know. Like remind them. People want to, and then when their men cheat, they start crying. And I'm not even justifying. Girl, take care of yourself. Being a mom has nothing to do with how you look.
True.
Being a mom is how you take care of your kids.
True.
Motherhood has nothing to do with how you look. Also, when you get married, this guy, they see men are physical. They want to see you looking nice always.
Exactly.
So look nice every day. Yeah.
Men are physical, and that's what we're getting into. So let's listen to this next video.
Hey everybody, it's the Queen Maker. Stay here and watch this all the way to the end. You ain't gonna regret it.
Someone asked me how did I feel about the Priscilla lady. And up until this moment, I had no idea who the Priscilla lady was because I stay away from women's content in general. Simply because it's always the same concept, same topics, same conclusions. Men aren't this, men aren't that, men can't do this, men can't do that. And last but not least, I looked at a few of her videos last night and she pretty much talking about the same thing. But she hit us with the men are incapable of love.
One, men are incapable of love, first and foremost.
We can't get off this subject. I gotta ask you a question. Are you in love with your wife? No, neither. What? I don't believe in that shit anyway. It's okay. It's overrated. No. Listen. Okay. See? How do you explain that shit to me then? I had a feeling. No, I'm not in love with my wife.
I told a girl the other day, our bodies don't even tell us to love y'all, tell us to fuck y'all. It's like saying, our brains don't say fall in love. It say her and I get some of that kind, and then we try it. Like our bodies tell us to go and get somebody else.
I mean, women should never know how guys think, for real. It's not a good thing. Because as savage as women can be, dudes are worse. The reason why we're worse is because we don't care, right? And then there's like women who have this hope of finding a really great guy that'll love them and care for them and all this other shit.
Since I've had with men are negative.
In my entire life, of the thousands of men I have met, I have only met 2 men that I consider capable of forming a true love bond with a woman. And I only began counting myself within that number within the last 2 years. Given an hour talking to the vast majority of men, I could confirm that that man is not capable of forming a true love bond. And I will confirm that by asking that man questions about what love is. I have no knowledge of what love is.
Not all men have the ability to adore a woman. Do you know why? Because not all men like women. I'm talking about straight men here. Straight men. They like them physically, but they don't actually like women. They don't have the ability to be with a woman and to think to themselves, my God, she is amazing. They don't have the ability to be with a woman and to think to themselves, I am so lucky. I can't believe she is mine. They don't have the ability to be with a woman and to think to themselves, I'm a grown-ass man, and this woman makes me weak at the knees.
When I click on her video or any other woman's video that speak like that, it gives me a fucking migraine, because it's like, what are you talking about? You are better off, ma'am, just simply saying that I personally have not received love in a real way from a man. I don't think that men are incapable of love, and I don't think that men are incapable.
Lying to ourselves so fucking much, to hold up this story or this ideal the fantasy without, as opposed to just really fucking dealing with what's there and accepting it to the best of your ability.
I understand this. Now, how do you get women to understand that? You get them to bow out of the fantasy.
You get them to by you bowing out.
And my wife thinks she's in love with me, probably.
It's a buzzword. It's a concept that's been propagated that we've adopted and creates an unrealistic expectation that we look for, and when it's not present, we feel something is wrong.
Yeah, we've allowed it to condition ourselves to that concept being a governance.
Well, I'll be. See, women like that chick talking about me, acting all confused. What is she talking about? I don't think men are incapable of love. When I hear her content, it just gives me the ick. What is she talking about? She don't know what I'm talking about because she's a certified pick-me who is in competition with other women to feel like she's better and more qualified to receive love from a man.
Number one, the person talking is a stud.
So it's coming from a head perspective.
Yeah, you are a stud. You're not even presenting yourself with any femininity, acting like a woman to talk about men being incapable of love. Maybe you are not loved because you act like a man. Try to act like a man. Let's start with that. Because sorry for those who can't see the video, but the person talking literally is dressed up like a whole dude, but it's a woman. And then the other lady who reacted to it said she feels men are not. Personally, also myself, I don't feel like that. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. I've not really had that experience of men are incapable of loving, or I've never had it in my head. Personally believe I've been loved. Like I've seen someone fight for my love, literally, personally, according to my own experience in one of my relationship, or 2 or 3 or 4. This is coming from literally the experiences you've had. I feel like most of the people, especially when it comes to TikTok or the social media, people want to project their experiences outside there, thinking everyone should actually take their experiences into their life. It's because kupendwa vizuri pia mimi I should expect my man not to love me. So you're telling me this man I'm in a relationship with right now and he paid me? What are you trying to say? I don't believe this. Also, for men who are trying to look at it, maybe if it's really, really true, do men really need love that much? That's why they're incapable of loving. That's the question that hit my head literally listening to this. Are men, the fact they're so incapable of loving, do they use women or trying to be around women so that they can feel that love that they can't even give themselves? So
I feel like if you don't have love, you can't show love.
Exactly.
Literally.
Number one.
Yeah, the people, for example, if you've grown with love, Joby,
it's there naturally.
Yeah. For example, I've been raised in a family where I've seen love. I've been shown love by my friends. I've been shown love by my relationship. So naturally, I've grown with a lot of love in me. I show that love.
You see your dad.
Exactly. I've shown that love, and I believe when I show it, I'm going to attract somebody who
should reciprocate.
Yeah, who will love me the same way.
Exactly.
And I definitely agree with you. You're allowed, guys, to actually give your experiences, but it doesn't mean your experience is gonna be my experience.
Exactly.
You see, also those men that are talking that they're not in love. When you ask other men, they love their wives. Literally.
They're not willing to do
so I definitely
turn the world upside down for
I
their
definitely
women.
believe it's perspective. And I won't judge because you have your own, and probably you've created a gang of bitter people who can't show love, and you think that is what other people are going to actually feel. Oh, me and my dogs, like for example the divorced ones, they're very bitter. They'll talk bad about women. Find divorced men sitting together, they will never say good things about their women or about the other gender, because it comes from a space of heart. But it doesn't mean somebody who's happily married are not happy. They love their wives and they will do anything. It's the same way even women. You see this stud. Why? Ask yourself the root cause as to why. Because
why
she's a woman, exactly. the root cause as to why the other woman is saying, I've gone to a page, or she's saying men are incapable of love, blah, blah, blah. The reason, as if you find a root cause as to why she became a stud, because you're not born a lesbian, that's facts. And find the root cause, most of them unazapata maybe ni rape cases, or they didn't being hurt a lot of times, and they're like, nah, I'm not gonna do men anymore. You see, so it's perspective. It's not, because also we've had men, women who can show love, because they don't have love to show, and they don't have love to give. So at the end of the day, it depends with you and your experiences, but it doesn't mean just because your marriage didn't work, mine is not gonna work, or just because your love didn't work, I'm supposed now to turn to a stud, or just because those men say they are incapable of love, there's no man who can love me. Everybody has their own experiences, so let people be. Take whatever you can. If it is the same experience you actually relate, good for you, but don't try to force it on people and instill it that it is this and this is what happens. Nah, we ain't doing those indoctrination.
Yeah, man, this is because I'm looking at them like, number one, I see tits literally, like I see two boobs. You just dress like a man, you know, them chains, them earrings, trying to be the cape, trying to act like a man, and then you're talking about how men are incapable. Again, like you say, the men who are talking literally, it could be also the experiences, you know, or how they grew up, also the household, you know. I believe also everything comes from the background of where you've been raised. If you grew up seeing literally your father is incapable of love, again, because children pick a lot from, I understand children pick a lot of things from the young age. I've seen this, like when it comes to violence, there are men who are going to become and turn violent because they grew up being taught or seen the only way a woman should be talked to is when you get violent with her, you know, when you, or the only way you can talk to your wife is when you beat her. And that's why you have actually violence. These are people, if you follow up, people have grown up in a very violent home. So that's why literally they have grown up with that from childhood. And the fact you grew up with love from childhood, from maybe both your parents, or maybe you didn't see your father, you know, reciprocating love to your mother, now you think all men are the same like you? Hell no. Again, keep your experiences to yourself. It's okay to share your experiences, you know. You should come and say, my experience has been this and this and this with men, but I don't feel like men are incapable of love. And this is what I'm saying, everything is mindset too. Again, Shmoney. Mindset is everything, because I don't know if I'm going literally through the, let me go through the comments of this and see. There's someone who says women like that are very dangerous, 100%. That's not true, because she is agreeing with this one that the other lady is a pick-me. Nah,
it's not.
Nah,
people are capable of love out here, guys.
I don't even understand this. The pick me term is being used very bad nowadays. You know,
that's the term when it comes out. You remember Jamil? And the way people are using it. Exactly.
Now the pick me has just being used in a wrong way. I just need my man. How am I becoming a pick me? He's my man. Like, who am I? Oh, because I want my man. Now I'm
I want to be loved.
Like, yeah, and I want to be loved.
So what they're trying to say is she's a pick me because
she wants to be loved.
She wants men attention, so that men can see she's speaking sense.
Oh my goodness.
My perspective is just my perspective. I have a freedom of expression. Let me express myself.
Exactly. Someone else says single, celibate, no kids. Best choices I've ever made. Literally. Like,
that's your perspective too. There are people who don't want to be celibate. There are people who want kids. But don't say this is why I want to be and you should be there too. You get exactly.
Yeah, because I was even looking at another video and you talk about actually kids. I'm like, there's this lady who's been asked, why don't you want to have kids? I'm like, I don't want to have kids. Why don't you want to? I just don't want to have kids. Like, do I need to have a valid reason why I don't want to have kids? I have my life to deal with. I don't have time for children. I have me to deal with. I have me time. This is my life. I make my own choices. So what do you mean having kids? And then the last 3 comments I'm going to read, someone else says, their wives are watching this. Exactly. Because if these are men with literally women,
I don't love them.
You can feel like, I'm trying to imagine how embarrassed they really are. Like, imagine having a man who's talking like this on the screen and says, oh, he's your man.
I know.
Oh my God. I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you immediately. I'm
so
going
to find
love.
If you don't like
exactly. Sex?
No. Like,
benefit? What benefit?
Really, sex.
For
you
what?
Can get sex
anywhere.
Yeah. Sex
like they say they're physical.
It's nothing new.
They're
Women
physical.
are there.
Yeah.
So we can't say it's just sex. And we can't say kids. People who have actually separated and have raised kids separately. So you're just like a wrong person for this woman. it's an eye opener for this woman. If she loves you, if she's okay with you not loving her, then okay. But if she really wants love, you should leave that man. Literally.
And then someone else says, their bodies tell them what to do. It's almost like they can't use their brains. Exactly. Like, what do you mean? You're using? Do you use your in between to reason? Like this always say, cheating is always an option too. You have an option because you must reason before you get to do what you're doing. You know what you're doing is wrong. You know what you're doing is gonna hurt someone.
I know.
You have brains, but you're like, no, our bodies communicate to us what to do. Men are just finding again valid reasons of just cheating outside here. And then the last one, someone says, I love and respect this lady so much. No, come on. Someone else says, yeah, I'm not gonna read that. It's just crazy. But we also have Keith in the building, Karibu Sana. He agrees, of course, with the comments we're making here. He says exactly, Joby. He says men need love just like women. I agree, because trust me, there are men. I don't wanna use this. Someone like Bahati, you know, Bahati. It shows he just needs love.
Exactly.
Bahati like just shows he needs love. He doesn't care whether you guys say married, mama. How many people talked? People talked when.
And look at them.
Look at them right now.
That is not a number, guys. Love is love. You love what you like. You love what you want. You like who you want. Period.
It's crazy. Shout out to the Royal Constrictor. Says hi, Joby and friend. This is Shmoney. Come on, you need friend. This is Shmoney. But he also says you ladies are both talented and beautiful smiles. Black power. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. Nice to see you on the conversation. But on the next video, the last two videos I'm gonna share is about marriage. Since we're talking about men being incapable of love, now let's listen to what men have to give us. The warnings, the lessons you need to learn before you get into marriage. Discussions you need to have before getting into marriage. Because if you don't, the next video I'm gonna share, this is what is gonna happen to you.
There are some things that people do not talk about before getting married, and I really wish we could normalize having all conversations, like all of them, before deciding to move in together, before deciding to have a child together, before deciding to get married. Like some things which, if you had just talked about them, just had a conversation about them before, you would know exactly what you're getting into, and they wouldn't cause issues later. For example, do you believe in beating children? Because I don't believe that nobody should be beating up on my kids. What if the other person is like, no, I grew up being beaten. I was just really being beaten by my mom and dad. I don't care. I am not marrying somebody who is going to be beating children when they're angry. They've come with stress from work, they're beating the kids. No. Another conversation you need to have before getting married. What is your approach to family members coming to live with us? Because the number of women who I have seen in situations of like women and men, where at someone's brother, someone's mother has come and they have stayed, like from the time they got married to now 4 years later, somebody is still in your house. What is your joint approach to that? What is your stance on that? Another one, what is your approach to giving money? What is your approach to, like, okay, someone's mother wants some money, or someone is sick, how much are you contributing, what percentage? Because you'll find that you have a very giving personality, or you are the opposite. You only believe in giving 1,000 and that's it, but your partner is like, no, I think if we have the money we should definitely give 100,000. That is a cause for conflict. I wish more. There are some things that people do not talk about before getting married, and I
agree. As we get to analyze this one, I do agree. There's, of course, those conversations, just like in a relationship, you have to talk to your partner, your interests, what you like, what you don't like, what changes you'd love to see, the growth you'd love to make, and all that. But I'd say if these things were happening, actually, whatever she's trying to say, it's again going back to the older generation. I think the older generation is the generation that has tolerated a lot of what she's talking about. Having family members coming to stay over. Oh my God, I hate that.
Kwanza me in my homestead, I remember that was something, and that's why I don't allow people at my place. Because the people I saw at our place every week, and then the worst thing, I knew their true colors after my pups died.
Yeah.
Because before my pups was there, they used to come every week. We used to host. There was a time we stayed with 3 of my aunties, 2 of my aunties. My uncle had gone to school for masters and all that, and now he didn't have like enough money. My dad brought his whole family, all his 2 wives plus all his kids.
2 wives?
Yeah. So imagine, people would think my dad
in
has 3 wives.
House.
Yeah, people would think that was his brother. People said my dad had
3 wives.
3 wives. Na ilikuwa
Yeah.
wives za bradake. Let me tell you, when my pops died, we didn't see none of them. We didn't see. They made money, very rich, living their lives.
They don't care.
They don't care. You don't see them. Literally. They
They
want
use
you,
you.
They want you to come back to their place when you go visit. They lie to you with petty money. Oh, instead of hooking you up and they have the connection.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. My aunties, my uncles used to come, send all their kids at our place. Immediately my pops died. I didn't see them. I started seeing them 7 years later. And again, 7 years later is once we've started graduating. Now they're saying, oh, these kids have future. These kids can now graduate, they'll get jobs. Their mother is going to live better. Now we need to get close to them. Immediately after graduation, they tell you, send me money. Me, never. I'm not sending money to no relative. I'm not hosting no relative. The only person I can live with is my brother.
Period.
Not even my sisters. I can't, because even I remember, me and them didn't have a good relationship. So how can, if I can't even live with my sisters, how do I live with a cousin? Like for me, I had a cousin who was in KU, UON, and he used to tell me, hey, I'm bored over the weekend. Mini comrade, I'm so angry. I want to come and spend the weekend.
I remember.
And I told him, what's your budget for your supper? I'm buying for you. Stay there.
Yeah,
Don't
I
come.
remember.
I was like, don't come to my place. First, you're going to come and check, and then go discuss me in the village. Number 2, you'll think you are now entitled. Anytime you want to step up. I was like, let me send you money for dinner, because I also understood they are orphans. So I didn't want now that, you know. But at the end of the day, I still don't like people at my place, mostly relatives. I don't even go visit them. If something happens for me in Nairobi, there's no way I'm going. I'm going back to my mom, and I have relatives all over, because I don't also have that relationship with them. So just stay in your boundaries. You know, this is a conversation you should definitely have with your partners. How to spend money. Okay, we have our savings. You have maybe a joint account for the family. So if your mom or if somebody needs money, how do we actually give out this money? People don't have those conversations. Things just happen so fast. You're like you're in a marriage. Oh, his mom is always here every week. Oh, his cousin. Oh, your auntie. Oh, your
everybody
niece.
is sick.
Everybody,
You're the one
you know,
to pay the bills.
exactly. So conversations you definitely have before marriages, even before having kids. How are you as a dad? You know, how do you see yourself? Utakuwa unachapa watu. Ama when naonanga, even people have that. When I'm not kazi ya watu, I'm saying I'm going to be the strict parent. And it's not a lie. You know, so I want to hear my partner what he's going to say. And it's a conversation you have. Like, what's your mode of punishment? How will you treat? It's good to have this conversation. People get into marriages and then they learn in marriage. Bro, kitakuramba. And if you learn what you don't want to do, say it at the early stages of your marriage. Let you not be doing it for years,
and then
because once you show relatives that they can always come. Me, I'd rather people say, oh,
she's bad
and akwanga na rombaya. I'm keeping my peace and my family.
Shout out to Kanye from South Africa on the Young, Rich and Famous. She said the more your in-laws love you, the more you need to leave.
I swear.
The more they hate you, the more you need to stay.
I know.
You know.
And trust me, when they have problems, they know you are not an easy person. Tambia, unataka nani deal na yeye? Ule ndiye anaweza. Anakuanga stima. They give you your respect.
That's me. I think somehow Mimi on my dad's side, if there's any bullshit, my stepmom like hollers me. Because she knows I know how to deal with situations and relatives. Like, no, you don't bring that bullshit with me. So number one, with the beating kids, because that's where she started. Personally, I also don't believe in beating kids. Like, I think I learned this from my young age of being beaten so much by my dad. My mom never used to like lay her hands on us, bure, ama without any like big, like lazima ukuwa umemfika hapa ndo akuwekelee mkono. But with my dad, it was every petty thing. If you if you fail exams, you're not really failing, because unajua kuna pass mark. Like for me, I used to like get 350. Nikifail sana, nimefika 300 ama 280. So my dad wants you to be number 1 by 4. So I'm like, I can't. I have the average mark of me getting to the next class or getting whatever I'm supposed to get. So why are you forcing me to be in the position I can't be, you know? So it used to piss me off every time, like him laying hands on me because of petty issues. And I was like, man, I don't want to be like this. You're messed up in the head. So I remember the first time after our mom passed, because we had so many issues going on with who's going to take care of my bro. and relatives, including him. My dad refused. His dad was nowhere to be found at that time. Some relatives rejected him. So I remember one of my aunties took him in, and she herself willingly said, I'm gonna pay the fee and all that. Then one day, I don't know what really happened. Just kids, kids playing, kids being kids. I was given a call like, yo, you need to come punish your brother because I can't punish him. You need to come teach him how to stay with people. He can't just be raising hands on people. He was so young. I'm like, so when I went there, I just looked at him. He was so innocent. Like, you just see innocence on someone's face. And you call like, bruv, you really lying on my brother. Like, you really lying on my brother for real. Like, I know him. You're lying on him, and you want me to just put hands on him so that he can live scared of you because you're an adult. So anything you're gonna say after I leave, any tone you set, is gonna be scared of you. He's not gonna have that freedom of talking, even if anything is wrong. So I learned from that, Nicole, like, I see what's happening right here. Number one, you don't even beat your own children. You want me to lay hands on my brother? Like, are you crazy? Because in Africa, always say we have that ability of correcting our siblings. Like, Nikki too. So, like, and then you can correct your siblings, but
what I don't get, if your brother is young and this is the auntie is supposed to act like the mom.
Exactly.
Right? Because you're taking him as your son.
Exactly.
So even if it is like you want to punish him, you punish him the same way you'd punish your kid.
Children.
Exactly. You view him as your son. You're like, okay, these are kids fighting.
Exactly.
So how would I have punished my kid? That's what you do. But relatives don't deliver. And then during matanga, they make a lot of empty promises.
God.
Do not ever listen to relatives.
Never.
And don't
funeral.
them.
During funeral, oh my God, we were promised heaven and that. These are our children. We're gonna take care of them. Don't worry. We never saw anyone after our mom was laid down. Like everyone disappeared.
And some people steal your
money. Who's gonna pay school fees? No one is there to show up. So from there, I learned. I'm like, I see what's happening. And the fact that I didn't like how my dad was treating me, like, nah. I'm never gonna lay a hand on my brother. And then when it comes to, so for me also, I need a partner like that, being honest, because you're not gonna put hands on my children. Of course, there's how you need to punish your children, but I feel like beating them is just you create a certain trauma that you really don't understand. You start traumatizing your children. Like they're gonna be scared of you, even if you're trying to have that conversation. Like they're always gonna be, your voice is always here. We're gonna beat
they
me.
will always be scared of you, even as the parents. Like there's just fear. Mostly African parents, I feel we were really punished a lot. Because personally, me, I was punished a lot with my pops. I've never told you my father was in charge of discipline in the whole estate. My brother is young, is like in class 4, na anapigwa na ile nini ya ng'ombe. Unajua ile kuchapa down. Nyaunyo.
I used to be beaten by that.
He's in class 2. I'm like, he's too small for that shit.
The black one?
Yeah. It was so bad,
That was the worst beating I've ever had.
Me, I was hanged the whole night. Akinichapa on ceiling. Crazy. So every time we used to see our pops, tukisikia gate. After hearing pee
on books.
And then the estate where we used to live, only a few people had cars. So ukisikia tu gari, then yenu ama ni ya huyu, and then utajua venye babako upiga horn. Bio, you're on books, you're pretending you're a kid, you're supposed to be playing, doing kid stuff.
Crazy,
so you're just scared of your pops, like even if it talks. And that's why you find a lot of people not opening up to their mothers and their fathers. But you hear some families are like, oh dad, by the way, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, how do you do that? Me, I can't even, because of how I was raised and the discipline I was given. So I'd never want that for me.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness. When it comes to relative, also for me, it's a no. I had my uncle texting me during this weekend telling me one of my cousins was coming, dropping my brother. I was like, hell no. Because I had already had another cousin when alikuwa shakuja. Niko like, this is the only person who's gonna know my house as a relative. The rest of y'all kick rocks. If you can't come alone, I'm gonna come pick him up on Monday. I was like, we didn't even, like, I'm gonna travel being sick. I'd rather come pick him up, but don't send anyone to my house. And he didn't. He didn't, because I was like, there's no, I'm gonna have so many relatives knowing my, no, only one.
And then once they come, they don't leave.
Exactly, man. Comfortability. Thank God this one leaves, man. He just left. But on the last video, as we wind up, literally.
Since I came here, no knocking. Okay, let me just talk to my girls, my fellow girls. Okay, this man, the church I attend back home, my auntie's friend said the brother needed a wife in the UK. So, and he bring the man's picture, and he was really cute. So, and we start talking, and this man was very supportive, was, you know, supporting my family so well, and very good, very nice. We talk, sometimes we talk on phone from morning till night, and he's so sweet. He was so sweet on phone. So we do other things like couple does. So he came and said he wants to marry me, that he's a man, or he's a man of God. He does not want to date. So he liked what he's saying. He's just gonna go for it. And the sister has explained much about me as well. So I was like, okay. So I was very happy as well, because I'm not that kind of person who go around.
I know they understand the language well, but I think we're gonna wrap it up right there. I'm gonna share more of these videos on Thursday as we get to continue with the conversation. But this is where we're gonna come to the end of today's reaction time. I see Keith was saying exactly 100%. I don't believe in that shit either. Not beating your children for me. Exactly. I think you've also said you learned the hard way when you did it. And I also see he says no, your mother has to get the hell out, and I'm not giving anyone any money. And also he says me neither, Shmoney. I've never had a good relationship with my sisters. Literally. So literally we're coming to the end of today's conversation. Those are the videos we had for you today and more, but catch us on Thursday as we get to continue this conversation. It is exactly 30 minutes past 6 p.m. We call it a day. Shmoney, closing remarks.
Thank you guys so much for tuning. Tuesdays and Thursdays, same time, same place, to Patane Hapo. Love yourself. Choose yourself each and every day. As a woman, as a man, you're always the priority. Every single day. Yeah. Man, see you guys, of course, in a few hours on the Africa Today show. But for those who shall be catching this on a replay, leave your comments as well. Click that like button. Also, hit that $ if you can. Rather go to the Black of Fire network at the $ Black of Fire Cash App. Donate to us. Much love. See you guys later.